Hello, I'm Rosa Ricoy, professor at University of Vigo in Spain and UNED Lugo, Spain. This is my presentation about digital culture and carbon footprint, a novel mitigation framework for public policies in this international conference on sustainability and climate change, Conclima. Digital culture objects have an increasing weight on carbon footprint as museums, archives, and other cultural agents are providing digital access to collections and original creative outputs. However, there is still scarce research regarding how to identify and integrate the mitigation factors of digital corpus in a balanced manner, interfacing sustainability, cultural, creative, and social values. Within a confounded creative Europea project, Hypothesis You Preserve, this is our project, although I don't have time to explain it. I'm sharing a summary of the project and a link to one of its websites. The University of Vigo, where I am a professor, participates with a special emphasis on the aspect of green creativity in terms of the environmental and social sustainability of creative digital products. So, in addition to other aspects addresses and utilized in the project, collaborative digital encyclopedia, alternative history magazines highlighting the importance of belonging to a shared culture and values in the European Union that must be preserved. The aspect of green creativity is a crucial objective. For example, how original digital culture objects are used as test field to, for example, identify carbon-free mitigation factors and develop a novel guidelines framework for public policy regarding implementation and maintenance of digital culture objects. In case it is not clear what we mean by digital products that we use in the project, we will quickly present some examples, such as the ACA-scenes and or micro stories, many of which seek to disseminate scientific information about the environmental impact of new technologies with the aim of raising awareness among society and those involved in the creation and implementation of public policies. And the extension of environmental research to the visual arts, collaborating with various arts schools in France, Italy, the Czech Republic, and Japan. This led to the creation of the Science and Art College academic journal Fiction Science in 2021. And you have to take into account the context. Measuring the impact of technology is an imperative. A large number of connected devices are expected in the coming years, which will consume a significant amount of electricity, and as a consequence, a high volume of carbon dioxide will be emitted into the environment. In addition, some components are particularly harmful, for example, lithium batteries, which also require mining areas where human rights are not respected, for example, young children in mines to extract minerals used in technology in countries around over the world. And at the same time, some particular technologies reported that a million liters of water were used to call its computer equipment, for example, Google, and it is estimated that during a 30-question conversation in ChatGPT, 1 liter of water is consumed. Two examples, but objectives and methodologies designed from scratch an online collaborative creative writing encyclopedia, implemented and test technical parameters that affect the carbon print as per the individual artistic and literary contributions, cross-referencing the carbon print weight associated with technical aspects with social and cultural value to determine a balanced framework for the encyclopedia and other digital literature outputs. And HYPE's main creative product is an open access online collaborative encyclopedia of creative writing. We will use it as a case study of the contributions that collaborative creative digital encyclopedias and other creative technological resources have for social and environmental sustainability. Communicate scientific information of the environmental impacts of new technologies in order to raise awareness among society and the actors involved in the creation and implementation of public policies, to make more sustainable designs, make strategies available to citizens and public administrations to reduce the carbon footprint of digital tools, to propose meeting points to involve citizens in knowledge and respect for the future of the planet, which must be part of the public agenda at the international level. It also allows the co-creation of studies, public and private experience that allow the construction of knowledge in Latin America and the Caribbean, in the European Union and in Anglo-Saxon countries, etc. Since it in several languages, with in turn will allow the creation of new study and research networks, making societies more resilient to face serious socio-environmental problems. Some results. Several technical parameters were identified. For example, the image size resolution upload with the microfictions, as well as social cultural factors, such as the increasement brought by the microfiction to share European cultural heritage awareness. First stage of the measurement of these parameters sustain the calculation of the ratio and to develop a proto-framework for digital culture mitigation guidelines. And the determination of the balanced carbon footprint parameter mitigation guideline provided a novel framework for cultural public policies that consider a landscape approach to the problem, including the integration of cultural and social interests versus sustainability. The data also allow to consider the hybrid approaches that could dismiss the full digital availability of cultural archives when appropriate. It's very short the time. Thank you for your attention. I am at your disposal. Thank you so much.